Hollywood's most private couple, Martin and Dakota Johnson, smiling for the cameras, acting like nothing's out of the ordinary. But behind closed doors? Something far bigger has been happening, something they've managed to keep from the public eye. For years, fans have been speculating. Are they together? Are they on the rocks? Is marriage even in the cards? Well, today, the truth is finally breaking wide open. Martin and Dakota Johnson's secret engagement has been exposed, and what they've been hiding will leave you stunned. But before we get into the details, let me warn you, this story is packed with twists, hidden clues, and shocking revelations you may have overlooked for years. So stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will shock you. And don't forget to subscribe. Let's rewind. Martin, the Coldplay frontman whose music has touched millions, is not only known for his artistry but also for his intensely private personal life. After his highly publicized marriage and split from Gwyneth Paltrow, Chris made it clear his relationships would never again be turned into a public circus. Enter Dakota Johnson. Hollywood royalty in her own right, daughter of Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson, and a starlet who built her own empire in film. Dakota has always shied away from tabloid culture, preferring to live her life away from the constant lens of paparazzi. When these two worlds collided back in 2017, fans were intrigued but also confused. They were spotted together, then apart, then together again. Rumors swirled of breakups, reconciliations, and secret holidays. But through it all, one thing was clear: this wasn't a fling. This was something much deeper. Now here's where things get really interesting. According to insiders, Martin popped the question months ago, long before fans suspected anything. The setting? An intimate getaway in Aspen, Colorado, surrounded not by cameras, but by snow-covered mountains and the privacy they both crave. Sources close to the couple revealed that Chris went all out, arranging a private dinner under the stars. No extravagant paparazzi-staged moment, no flashy red carpet announcement, just a simple, heartfelt proposal with words only meant for Dakota's ears. But why hide it? Why keep something so life-changing a secret? The answer lies in how both stars view their relationship. After years of public scrutiny, heartbreak, and constant speculation, they decided this engagement was theirs alone, something sacred they weren't ready to share with the world. Here's where things get fascinating. Fans who have followed Chris and Dakota closely may realize the signs were always there. That sparkling ring Dakota was seen wearing casually at several outings? Brushed off as a fashion accessory. Now, it's clear, that was no accessory. That was the ring. Family dinners with Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband, Brad Falchuk? At first, people thought it was just about co-parenting harmony. But insiders say those dinners were part of the bigger picture, building a blended family before making their engagement public. Chris dedicating certain performances of Coldplay's most romantic songs directly to Dakota, often with subtle glances in the audience? At the time, just sweet gestures. But now, they read like hidden love letters to his fiancée. This is where the story takes a twist. According to those closest to the pair, the reason behind the secrecy wasn't just privacy, it was strategy. Chris and Dakota had planned to go public months ago, but decided against it for several reasons. The couple didn't want their engagement overshadowed by tour commitments or turned into a publicity stunt. Sources suggest the pair are already planning a ceremony that reflects who they are, intimate, meaningful, and private, yet with just enough sparkle to honor their Hollywood roots. Don't expect a giant 500-guest red carpet extravaganza. Instead, think along the lines of a secluded location, close friends, family, and maybe even a surprise Coldplay performance that will turn the night into something unforgettable. Some whispers even suggest they are considering multiple celebrations, one in the US and another in Europe, to bring together their closest loved ones from around the world. At the end of the day, Martin and Dakota Johnson's love story isn't about flashy headlines or constant public appearances. It's about two people who found something real in an industry that often feels anything but. Their secret engagement proves that even in the most public of lives, it's still possible to hold on to something sacred, something meaningful, and something worth protecting from the noise of the world. And now that the secret's out, fans will be watching more closely than ever to see how this love story unfolds. So, what do you think? Did Chris and Dakota play the perfect game of hide-and-seek with the media? Or did fans already know deep down that something this big was happening behind the scenes?